Hello Sagittarius and welcome to my channel. Thank you for taking the time off to watch this video. This is a general reading for Sagittarius for the 2nd to the 8th of July 2018. I've put the decks I'm using down in the description box, and please don't forget to like, share and subscribe if this message resonates with you. I'm starting off with this Gypsy Witch fortune cards just to get a general energy of what's happening in that week. And I've shuffled these cards. Let me just cut them and we'll start. Okay, pretty good. The first card is that you've got a really good friends, so very good faithful friends around you during this week, and it shows that maybe you're doing some socializing, so a lot of happiness and pleasure coming out of that week. For the past, you've been managing to get your savings in order, and you've been probably getting some advice from some very close friend who's also quite faithful, very independent kind of person, but they've been giving you some sort of advice. Maybe been visiting with this friend, and you've been spending a lot of time with this friend, and now you're going to be spending some time with a group of friends and having maybe a little get together. On your mind is, you are feeling quite happy, you want that happiness, and your health has improved quite a bit, so you're feeling quite full of energy, feeling good health, good spirits, and maybe because of all the sunshine that is out at the moment, well, certainly here there's a lot of sunshine, your health feels like it's improved and you're feeling quite full of energy. You want to cut out anything that gives you grief, any kind of bad vibe, if you like. You want that out of your life, so that is what you're planning on doing. And watch out for injuries or any sudden accidents, so be careful when you're doing things. Try to do things carefully, don't rush around. Make sure that your energy is very focused rather than being scattered. So try not to get yourself into any minor problems. So going into the future, very good. You've got the Heart card and you've got the Pig card, and this is the Heart card talks about happiness and great joy coming in. So maybe when you meet this, going out with these friends, some sort of great happiness, maybe love coming in, and a new beginning, but definitely a lot of joy, a lot of happiness. And with the Pig card, there's a lot of abundance, honors, so an accumulation, a long-term accumulation of abundance, wealth, happiness, joy. So not something that's like fly by night. So all of that coming in for you. So you're moving into a really good phase of your life where the energy is switching, and you're managing to accumulate love, happiness, the things that you want, good health, good friends. So a really very positive cycle seems to be coming into your life at this moment. So I'm just going to draw from the Pagan Tarot for the main read. So I have shuffled these cards. I'm just going to cut them. Let's draw. Okay, so the main energy of the spread is the World. So you are ready to put all your power and your ability to control your environment into action. You are now calling the shots. This seems to be the card where whatever you have wanted, you are now reached the top of that particular pinnacle. You have now you are authority in whatever you do. You have achieved and attained things in that particular cycle of your life. So you are graduating from the cycle of your life. You might be leaving the old behind and now are going to start a new phase. So this is an energy of the old cycle ending and now a new cycle wanting to begin. And you have mastered the old cycle, the old energies. So a completion, a phase of completion. So the main first card is Justice, and it's crossed by the Seven of Pentacles. So there might be some sort of legal issues coming in. Maybe you need to find some sort of balance within your life. You've been asking for support from people and they have been giving it to you. You're making a choice, a decision, and you're really weighing up all the options that you have available to you. And you're doing a lot of research for it. You're looking at all the facts, and you're seeing how happy it makes you, how unhappy it makes you, whether it brings you abundance, whether it doesn't. So you're looking at things from a very logical, balanced point of view. And you're deciding whether or not you want to invest in a particular situation, and you want to make up your mind whether you want to put that time and energy and effort into this new situation that you are coming through, into this new choice that you are going to make. So you're actually evaluating whether or not it's worth your time, your effort, and whether or not it's worth your investment. So in the past, you have been got the Devil card over here. So you were in some sort of situation where you felt very tied up, very dependent. Maybe there was somebody that you were reliant on. It was past things that tied you up, and you were doing a lot of research, doing a lot of looking for a way out of that situation. You wanted to cut the ties with that old situation. In the past few months, you've got the Seven of Swords. There may have been some sort of loss, maybe a theft. You've experienced some sort of deception and some sort of situation where you've had to go into temporary, temporary stability. So not very stable. People been hiding things from you. There's been a lot of lies, deception, deceit, things happening behind your back, things that were happening you couldn't control, and you couldn't even see what was happening. So the Two of Cups is on your mind. You've been taking a good look at yourself and deciding whether or not, what do you like what you see in the mirror. So you've been looking at yourself, making a choice, maybe consulting people about a decision. It's a very emotional decision. So you're trying to decide what you want to do in this particular situation, and you're deciding what is it about yourself that you love. So you're doing a self-assessment over here and deciding, whether or not you like yourself and what you see in the mirror. And this woman looks like she does like what she sees in the mirror. So you're going to you're trying to find the best of you, and you're trying to put that forward to the world. Recently, there might have been some sort of hardship that you've been going through where you've needed some sort of support, and that seems to be you're a bit low on your funds, having to support yourself. You're needing to take care of your own needs without any support from anybody else. So you're going it alone, it seems. So the card, what you want is the Seven of Wands is you've got all these problems and you're trying to deal with it one at a time. You have been asking people for some assistance, some help, and you are getting advice from people. So you are sorting your problems out one at a time. You're taking a very, very logical approach. You see this woman's got a calculator out, so you're doing very calculated risks. You're making sure that you have everything documented, and you are making sure that you know exactly what you're doing. And going into the future, you want to get rid of a whole bunch of burdens that you've been carrying, and maybe then you will have emotional and financial growth. So you're deciding, because the 10 is the end of the cycle of the wands, so you're deciding to get rid of all these burdens, these things that have been holding you back. You're dropping them one at a time, and together with this Seven of Wands, where you're actually doing it very logically, you're asking for help, you're sorting each problem out one at a time, it seems like you will get rid of all these burdens that are holding you back. Your main fear is that, your main hope, I would say, rather than fear, is that you want love, you want to be able to give love, share love. So you want somebody to bring in an invitation, or you want to go out there and find somebody who you can give your love to. So you are searching for this love, and you're doing it the right way, because self-love comes first before love of anybody else. And the outcome cards are the Ten of Cups, the Elder of Pentacles, and the Ace of Swords. So with the Ten of Cups speaks about, you know, the end of an old emotional cycle, end of regrets, and the beginning of a new one. So there's the baby there. It looks like you're moving into a new emotional phase that will cause a lot of growth, and you will leave. You're saying goodbye to the past and you're going to walk into a new emotional phase. And you are getting some advice from somebody who is very learned, who is very financially stable, who knows everything, you know, who has seen a lot and can give some advice. So there's somebody there to support you in this move, and you will be able to make this move. And this move means that you will finally have the truth. You've got the truth in your hand, and you've got the ability to express that truth. You are putting down, you know, you're putting it on your foot. You're saying, this is it. This is what I'm doing. And you will, you're leaving that past behind. So this is the autumn. That part of that phase is ending, and you are now going to move into something new, into a more spiritual route with this yellow kind of cloth on this table, which is like an altar, into a more spiritual path and a more abundant path and a more enlightened path, and that's what you want to do. So I'm just going to draw 3 cards from the Fairy Tarot, just to give us an idea, some advice really. So I have cut this deck. I'm just going to cut it again and draw 3 cards. So the 3 cards that have come are the Queen of Earth, which says thoughts, creative, warm, sensible. Make time for those around you. Take a sensible approach. Deal with challenges in a kind and understanding way. So try and be sensible. Do things logically, but you are doing, it seems, you know, make sure that you have plans in place before you make any kind of move. A very sensible approach is what is needed here. And the Lover's card is next. Intimate relationships, carefully weigh your decisions, good health. So there's a decision coming up. There might be some new romance coming in, but usually the Lover's card indicates some sort of decision. And the decision is you make a choice from the heart. You don't use logic that much. Follow your gut feeling and go with what you love. And the last one is the Nine of Water. A wish comes true. Concerns fade away, and a love of life. So the Nine of Water, which is the Nine of Cups, which is the wish card in the tarot, usually says, you know, whatever, close your eyes, make a wish, and that is the thing that is going to come true. So a wish coming true over here, and that's being given to you by with heavenly guidance or with spiritual guidance. So whatever you want will come to pass. Your wish will come, and you just have to have a bit of faith. Be a bit sensible in what you do, or a bit more practical, I would say, in approach to how you do things. And any kind of problems with finance will all go away, because you are now moving into a phase that is new. You're leaving behind the old, and you're moving into a reasonably new phase, making decisions based on that. Okay, I hope that this reading has resonated with you. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if it has. And thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.